Hello TEQ crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will be doing a technical analysis of Monero coin. As you can see, the price movements are fluctuating within the triangle. Therefore, we have not yet identified a support zone below. The reason we haven't identified a support zone yet is because the primary focus is for the price movements to touch the purple line here. This is the support zone for the triangle. Additionally, the level of $134 that we have drawn is important in the past. This is because it has approximately 4 touches, and if the rising trend is broken downwards, the first target will be the level of $134. Furthermore, we want to break the downward trend above. In fact, we can say that the structure here also resembles a descending triangle. However, we can see that there is a short-term rising second trend from the dotted purple line here. If we look at the dotted purple line, if the price movements hold on to this point, then the downward trend will have already broken upwards and the price movements will rise up to the level of $165. However, if the dotted rising trend is broken downwards, then our primary support zone will be the actual rising trend support zone, which will be the level of $134 if it is broken. Looking at our upper resistances, firstly, it is important for us to break the $165 resistance level upwards. However, if this level is broken upwards, the $188 level will be even more important for us. If that level is broken upwards, our interpretations based on the previous trends or formations will be more accurate. But if these two resistances are broken one after the other, we can anticipate that a trend may begin, and a bullish trend may begin. Now, let's start our analysis from our indicators slowly. If we look at the Fisher indicator, Fisher is giving us a slight sell signal with the downward movement it creates at around 0.64 level, and we can see that the downward trend has already continued in price movements. The price movements have been falling for the past 3 days. If we look at our Fisher interpretation, the further away from zero the break is, the stronger the break will be. So, even if the price movements do not fall, we may still see declines in Fisher. Because as it seems, the bottom was formed around May 8th, and the current price movements are not even at the bottom of that break. Therefore, the further away from zero the upward break is, the stronger a lower signal it will have given. We can make our Fisher interpretation in this way. Now let's look at our RSI indicator. As we can see, RSI is moving at the 50 level. It has a close contact with the 50 level. But we can see that it has moved below the 50 level in recent days with the fall in price movements. The RSI 50 level is important because if the RSI 50 level is broken upwards, we can interpret it as a slight buy signal and expect a rise in price movements. Moreover, if it falls down to the 30 level, we can also expect it to break the dotted rising trend and fall down to the lower rising trend. We can also interpret it in this way. So, if we cross above the RSI 50 level, it is likely that we will see a good rise in price movements. However, if it drops to 30 and starts moving upwards, it could provide us with a better buying opportunity and potentially higher profit margins. Therefore, this is also important. Additionally, looking at our WADE trend indicator, it appears to be showing a slight sell signal with a downward break below zero. We can say that if an upward break does not occur, the price movements could continue to decline. So, the indicators are actually providing us with similar comments. Finally, if we look at the moving averages, the price movements have broken below the 200-day moving average for the past 2 to 3 days. If we want the upward trend to begin, we can say that it urgently needs to break above the 200-day moving average. Of course, what I said is valid for the long term. In the short term, price movements need to break above the 8 and 20-day moving averages. This is still important for us in the short term. We have already shared our support and resistance levels with you. If we look at the recent volume of decline, we can say that it is average. Therefore, we cannot make a clear interpretation of the trend based solely on volume. However, as we said, the triangle here is important for us. If we look at how long it will last, we can say that there are about 37 to 38 days left. This is for the end of the rising or falling trend in the triangle. Therefore, the next month is important for us. In this 1-month period, the large triangle here will break upwards or downwards. Looking at the triangle in the short term, we can say that we have about 10 days left. We can even say that it is about 7 to 8 days left. Therefore, the next week is important for the fate of the small triangle here. Let's say that and come to the end of our video. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of Monero coin with you. If you liked the video, you can click the like button. You can also subscribe to our channel to be informed about future videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Hello TEQ crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will be sharing our technical analysis on Stellar Coin. Firstly, if we look at its chart, we can see a significant downtrend. We can see that the major downtrend had a fake breakout and the price movements have continued to fall back into the downtrend. There is a small upward channel here. In fact, we can show this as a small trend because it is not a clear upward trend. The trend here was broken downwards again, and the price movements may drop to the 0.82 level, which is what we predict. Keep in mind that this point is important, and we can say that there have been about 4 touches in the past. After reaching this point, it is much more likely to show an upward movement. If it breaks downwards from this point, our first support level is 744 and our second is 702. Of course, as we mentioned earlier, if it drops to the 820 level and then reacts upwards, it is much more realistic for us. What we really want is for the downtrend to finally break upward, as it has been falling for a long time. Since the beginning of August last year, 2022, it has been falling. Therefore, we are expecting the resistance area to finally break upward. Additionally, if we look at the possibility of an upward trend from the bottom, we can say that the ascending trend is completing the triangle here with approximately 2 touches, my friends. If the price movements break below the 820 level, it is likely to hold on to the rising trend here, which we apologize for identifying as a resistance zone. It would be more accurate to draw it as a support zone. In addition, if we examine our moving averages, currently the moving averages are breaking down rapidly, giving us sell signals, indicating that the decline could continue. The 50-day moving average has not yet broken down the 200-day moving average, and we hope it won't in the coming days. If such a thing happens, we can predict that price movements may drop even further. Of course, in the short term, we expect price movements to break above the 8-day moving average upward. If such a situation occurs, we anticipate that the 8-day moving average breaking above the 20-day moving average would signal the start of an uptrend. So, these points are important for us. Now let's start examining our indicators slowly. If we look at the Fisher indicator, on the last day, Fisher made an upward breakout, giving us a buy signal. We can say that it gave a strong buy signal. Can we say that a reversal occurred from here? Looking back at the past, as seen, contacts occurred at these points, and the current point is also at this point, creating a contact. However, we didn't want to confuse you by drawing this area because it was supported by not breaking this zone too much. But could it be a turning point? Of course, it could be, why not? After all, we can see that there were reversals at such points in the past. This point can be interpreted as an example. In addition, we already mentioned that Fisher gave a buy signal. Now let's look at our RSI indicator. After breaking below the RSI 50 level, friends continued their descent. We now see that it is moving at the 32 level, and if it breaks below the 30 level, it may enter the oversold zone, and we can also say that there may be further declines in price movements because it entered the oversold zone. At the same time, if we look at the RSI, we can draw a downtrend, and we can predict that price movements can now start to rise by breaking the downtrend in RSI upwards. Of course, RSI level needs to break this downtrend upward here. Let's say this here as well. However, there is currently no buy signal visible on the RSI. If we look at our WAV trend indicator, it also gave us a slight sell signal on May 7th, but there is currently no buy signal present. In the coming days, a breakout to the upside is much more likely to occur. This is because the momentum has slowed down and the lines have already come very close together. Additionally, since we are in oversold territory, any upcoming breakout can be interpreted as a strong buy signal. As we mentioned before, there is no breakout yet, but we can interpret the upcoming breakout as a strong lower boundary. Keep this in mind. After the WAV trend indicator closes, we will take another look at the chart from a broader perspective. Let us share our summary comments with you, friends. If it reverses from this point, the first target is, of course, the resistance zone of the falling trend. We want this resistance zone to break to the upside. However, since there is also an upward trend coming from below, it is also possible for it to move within this triangle before a breakout occurs. Therefore, we need to be careful. Placing a buy order before the resistance zone is broken can be very risky for us, so be careful. In this video, we shared our technical analysis of Stellar Coin. If you like the video, you can click the like button. To stay informed about future videos, you can subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Hello TEQ crypto followers, welcome to our video. Today, we will share the technical analysis of Fantom coin with you. Looking at its chart, we can see that there is a downward trend. Although the trend was broken around April 10th, it continued to follow its downward trend and entered the trend channel again. We can say that it started its own small downward trend, which is indicated by the dotted purple line. The price movements may continue to decline. Our current resistance level is around 41.61, while our support level is around 29.33. This level has had a lot of touches and worked both as a support and a great resistance level. Therefore, we have identified it as our support level. Could this be a temporary support level? Yes, it could be. Especially this point could be a temporary support level. We will show it as dotted because it is a temporary support level, and the price movements are currently at this point. Can there be an upward turn from this point? Of course, there can be, because it has previously worked as a resistance level. However, it cannot be said that it has worked as a support level. If it turns upward from this point, the first target will be around 41.61. If it breaks down from this point, it could be a slight sell signal, and we can predict it to fall to the 29 level. This is approximately an 18% decline. Actually, this is not a very low sell signal. Therefore, we can put a stop loss just below this zone and make a small purchase. After the purchase, if it reaches the upper level, we will have approximately a 15% profit. Keep this in mind. Additionally, if we slowly examine our indicators, let's start with our Fisher indicator. We see that it has created a slight sell signal by breaking just above zero. Since there is no indication of an upward break yet, we may expect further decline in price movements. If there is no upward breakout, we may see further downward movement in price. However, Fisher has currently dropped to a level of 2.9. Therefore, we can interpret the upcoming upward breakouts from these levels as strong buy signals. Additionally, if we look at our RSI indicator, it is within a falling trend, meaning that it has formed a falling trend within itself. We can predict that price movements will start to rise when RSI breaks upwards from this falling trend. Furthermore, RSI is currently trending towards 30. As long as it continues to trend towards 30, we can say that price movements will continue to decline. At the same time, if the resistance zone here is broken upwards, we can predict that price movements will start to rise. Once price movements start to rise, our first target is 53.29. These levels are important for us. We also see that in the past, there have been price increases up to these levels, so we can interpret them as important areas. Finally, if we look at our WAV trend indicator, we see that it has created a signal just below zero with a slight bearish bias. We also see that it has dropped into the oversold zone. We must also say that there are strong buy signals with upward breakouts in these zones. If we receive a strong buy signal, it may be better for us to issue a buy order. So, is the buy order close? It seems to be close, friends. Since momentum has slowed down in WAV trend, it is likely that we will see a strong buy signal in the near future, friends. We must not forget this. Can we draw an upward trend line here, actually? If we look at it, it is possible to draw an upward trend line at this point, friends. If the level is not broken downwards, we are more likely to see a rise in price movements. Therefore, it is also useful to follow the purple line we drew here. Let it be noted. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of Fantom coin with you. If you like the video, you can click the like button. You can subscribe to our channel to be notified of future videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos. Hello TEQ crypto followers, welcome to our video where we will be conducting a technical analysis of Immutable X coin. Here, we can see a descending triangle formation. As you can see, the descending triangle formation started from a certain date and the price movements have been stagnant at the 724 level. We can expect it to drop further to the 633 level, which is a potential point of decline. After discussing this point, we hope to see an upward movement and the downward trend to be broken. Especially since it is a descending trend and a descending triangle formation, an upward break would be a strong buying opportunity for us and could result in a significant profit margin. Additionally, looking at the blue line from the past, we can say that it is a strong support area, and if the price drops to the 633 level, it is more likely that the price will rise from there. However, if the 633 level is not broken upwards, then we can expect the price to drop to our intermediate support level of approximately 530. Moreover, looking at our resistance levels, our main resistance level is at around 0.939 and our intermediate resistance level is at around 0.756 due to these reasons, both the previous levels and the current level. These are important factors for us to consider. Of course, the primary signal we should follow here is the break inside the triangle. Depending on that, we will take action. We will also take action accordingly when there is an upward break. Now, let's start our examination from our indicators. If we look at the Fisher indicator, we can see that it has been declining since May 1st. We can say that we have seen a rapid decline in Fisher price movements. Fisher is currently at a level of 4.66, which means we can say it has moved away from zero, and the further it breaks upwards from zero, the stronger the buy signal will be. Since there has been no breakout yet, we can say that the price may continue to decline. If we look at our RSI indicator after closing the Fisher indicator, we can see that the RSI has dropped to a level of 30, even breaking downwards from 30, indicating that further decline may occur. However, we may still see more price drops until the RSI breaks above the 30 level. Once the RSI breaks above the 30 level, it could present a strong buying opportunity, and it is important to consider where the breakout will occur. If a breakout occurs, we should consider it a buy signal. Finally, after closing the RSI, if we look at the WAV trend indicator, we can see that it is also below zero, indicating a slight selling pressure. We can see that the price has declined since then and the WAV trend has reached the oversold zone, indicating that any breakout in this area could be interpreted as a strong buy signal. Although there has been no upward breakout yet, we can see that the momentum has slowed down in price movements. Possible minor setbacks are likely, but participation is close. We can also predict that the momentum here will likely decrease over time. Additionally, if we look at our moving averages, the 200-day moving average has currently broken downwards. Breaking this level is not considered good news. However, for the long term, we want the price movements to climb back above the 200-day moving average as soon as possible. It is important to break above this level. In the short term, we want to see the price climb above the 8-day moving average first and then the 20-day moving average. These are also important levels for us. We have shared our supported regions and our interpretations of the indicators with you. Let's conclude this video slowly. In this video, we shared the technical analysis of Immutable X coin with you. If you like the video, you can click the like button. You can also subscribe to our channel to stay informed about future videos. Thank you for watching. See you in the next videos.